Welcome to Chit Chat with Ross
and Robbie, where we like to chat
about chit.
what we do, even on a Monday.
Monday. We do this every time.
It's okay. People know what's going on that way.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What do you want to talk about today, Robbie?
Well, you know, Paige, like, I no longer live in one of the many places I live. I've lived in a lot of places.
You have lived in a lot of places.
The last place that I lived happened to be Chicago, Illinois.
I went there once.
Yes, third largest city in the United States currently.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't realize that.
And do you know it may or may not be taken over by Austin. Austin may be bumping into third slot. They've been growing for a long time.
Real?
So
Austin, Texas?
Austin, Texas. People have been going to Austin. I don't know why.
I had no idea.
Me neither.
Huh.
But, you know, in Chicago, there's it was fun because,
There's a lot of stuff there.
Oh, my God. There's a lot to do. If you have a chance to go to Chicago,
I've
there's a
been
lot
one
to do. While I was there, I was a tour guide.
I know. You
And
were on one of those buses.
I
weren't
didn't
you?
drive. I was actually
But you were
just
on the bus.
Yes, the
because
little
you were the
double
talker.
decker. Yes, ma'am.
You're the talker.
Double decker. I got to. And the thing about it is, like, all day long, seriously, for like 8-10 hours a day, depending on the day, like, you're like, over here we have the Sears building, over here we have the Hancock building, over
The
here
Sears
we have.
building is a big deal.
It's a really, really big deal. Now currently known as the Willis Tower. What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? Why is it called that?
There
Why
was
is
a
it not
lot.
the
There was a
Sears Tower?
huge deal about this. I forget the year. It is. I should know the year. I'm sorry, I don't. But
He knows all the national stuff
I do.
now.
I do. I switched it up. But so there was a company. It was a bank company. It was based out of London, and they came over here, the Willis bank. And at the time that they came into the Sears Tower, they actually only rented out and occupied a couple of floors in the building. But there was a stipulation in their contract saying that they got to rename the building. So
Oh.
interestingly enough, once the Willis people came into the building, within a couple of years, they vacated the building, leaving the name, and they're not associated with the building anymore. But there you go. But before that, obviously, it was known as the Sears Tower. And if you ask any Chicagoan who's a true Chicagoan,
It's
where's
still the Sears Tower.
Willis Tower, they'll be like, no,
Yeah,
we're
it's
talking
the
about the Sears Tower.
Well,
So,
it makes
there you
sense to me. I mean, that's like renaming, a big famous, like the Statue of Liberty, and calling it something else.
Right.
Just because of
Somebody
some
wanted
stupid
to.
reason,
I know, right?
guess. So, how did Sears start? Do you remember how Sears started?
I don't know how Sears itself started. I know that the building in Chicago, they began conversation about that in 1969. The company existed long before, like in the late 1800s, I
I
believe.
happen to know a little bit about this.
Here we
Because
go.
you may know about the tower, but I know about the store.
Okay.
A couple reasons.
All right.
So, apparently, Mr. Sears had a watch company.
Yes.
And it was started as like Sears Watch Company in like 1886, I want to say.
Yes.
And then a few years later, Mr. Roebuck joined the company, making it Sears and Roebuck. A lot of stuff happened throughout the years, but
Like there's a Ross and Robbie, there's a Sears and Roebuck.
exactly.
We're going to have a building one day.
I think we will.
We should. Why not?
It may be the Statue of Liberty.
Why not?
Why not? So they had catalogs like as early as 1930s, I think. And did you know that at one point you could order a house from
I
the
didn't want
Sears
you to tell
catalog?
that. I do know that. That's my thing to tell. Yes. You
Well, that
get,
wasn't
like,
in the building. That was in the catalog.
That wasn't like, so the thing way back in the day. This is way before the thing called internet.
Oh, internet.
People
thought
did
about.
shopping through catalogs. Like the Sears and Roebuck
And
catalog
that
was
was
obviously one of them.
That was
Montgomery-
like the only one.
It was
for
the
a long time,
primary
I
one.
think.
Montgomery Ward came later, so
Mhm.
it Ward and they were the two forerunners as far as retail. But Sears and Roebuck was obviously a much bigger one, and it is true that in the 1940s, I believe, that was the time frame where there was like 3 different floor plans. That when you flip to page like 178, like there was 3 floor plans for houses.
That was from 1908 to 1940. So for 32
Yeah.
years, they sold houses in a catalog.
In a catalog. And then so you basically on that page you would pick like I want house plan A, B, or C, and then you pay Sears for your house.
And like, do you know? Did they like send all the hardware with it, or did you buy that locally?
Like it's the fabrication for the house, so it's all the pieces that all the I'm sure it all came together. Like I don't know, but what
I don't
was
know.
what I never understood. I talked about this when I was on tour. I was just like, okay, so let's say you and I are getting a house together,
Okay.
like to for Ross and Robbie or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're going to film in this house. Where do they ship that to? The house isn't there.
I don't know.
Your house isn't there yet. You
I
can't
don't
send
know.
it to like 10234. Like the house isn't on the property yet. But
That's
anyway,
true.
you would just say I wanted to send to this acreage, this lot, and they would deliver it to the
That
lot.
is so
and they
cool.
fabricated the house. And then what was funny is in the Illinois, Indiana area, like tons of people will own up to the fact that they have a Sears house.
I started to, there are still several in existence
Yes, they are.
now.
Yep.
I think that is so cool.
And the other thing we'll talk about real quick is the Christmas catalog.
Well, see, now that was going to be my thing.
See?
So, in 1933,
Yes.
the first Sears Wish Book was debuted. Who remembers as a kid just waiting for that Christmas Wish Book to come?
Right, and that was the thing. And the thing about, because you did not have internet, folks, you didn't.
No.
And then so you didn't know about Tickle Elmo or like whatever the next big toy, or the Furby or the Cabbage Patch Kid or whatever the next big toy was that was going to be coming out that year. You did not know until you started going through those pages. And you would like
until
go
you started
through
ordering them
like,
and realized they're out of stock.
And you would like dog tag all the pages of this is what I want for Christmas.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Oh.
I made a list.
Oh,
I
no.
had the page number, the item number, the description, and the price all right there ready for my Mimi. So when she got ready to do her Christmas shopping, all she had to do was look at my list. It was
Did that
right
work
there.
out well? Did she usually get stuff?
Oh yeah, that's
good.
what she preferred for me to do.
That's good.
Because that way she knew she was getting me something I wanted, and I knew I was getting exactly what I wanted.
So real quick on a sad note, we just have to say that unfortunately Sears has announced that they are closing their doors.
I think they may be keeping a few open.
Maybe a couple,
but I
but
think
it's
they
not like
went
it
through
was.
bankruptcy and are going to have to
Downsize.
downsize
There we go.
a lot. Because they were bought by Kmart at one time recently.
And then Kmart, all of Kmart's closed.
I mean, if
Oh,
I were
my
you,
word.
I wouldn't be doing
The reason all this retail is just going bye-bye is because of the internet.
Yep.
So everybody just goes on eBay, Amazon, yada yada, and there you have it.
And I mean, it's great that we've got that now, but I miss the Wish Book.
I know, the Wish Book was awesome. So, if you two are
Sears,
missing...
Pennies, and Wards had all the catalogs for
If
Christmas.
you missed those, if you know what we're talking about, if you remember the catalog days, and if you remember, especially the Christmas catalog, like
the
what was
Wish
your
Book.
what was your favorite thing about the Wish Book? Like, did you just skip all the other stuff and go straight to the toys, which I did? But like, why would you? It was just toys. What? It was Wish Book just
The Wish
Christmas?
Book had it had other
No,
stuff
it didn't
in
have
there.
other stuff in there.
But the back was always the toys.
Yes.
Now they also had
Yep,
their
yep,
big catalogs that had everything in them.
Yeah, and everything.
And for some reason, I always liked looking at the bras.
And on that
I
note,
mean, because I didn't wear them at the time, and I was just fascinated.
I didn't
with
either. I was fascinated by them too.
But it was weird because it was like they were taboo because it was underwear, and back
Taboo?
in our day,
Okay.
taboo.
Anyway, we got to wrap it up. So if you, I know
This was a good one.
it is a good one, but we got lots more to
Not
go.
that they're not all good. Keep that in mind.
So yeah, Sears, we're gonna miss you. Try to like go and promote your Sears before they close. Probably have really good sales before they close.
I worked at Sears one time.
I shopped at Sears.
I shopped at Sears.
And on that note,
On that note,
don't forget to like
don't
us.
forget to share us.
Check us out tomorrow on YouTube.
We'll see you
Next time on
Facebook.
Bye.